Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I just am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I'm here for another daily motivational video where I use the tarot to become an alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlemagne the God, it will not stop me. Angel number 23. Let's go ahead and get into it. Came out. God, what messages do you have for us to become the alchemist of our life, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do more, or just to do magic in public? God, deliver these messages to me and through me as clear as possible, allow no room for doubt or confusion. Guys, make sure you check out the description box below. There are always additional information, guidance, as well as information about me at honestlysis.com. All right, so the two cards that came out is anger. Anger came out again, and comfort. Anger and comfort. We're still in our root chakra. Yeah, we're still in our root chakra. Anger and comfort. The message that I kind of get right away is, are you comfortable in your anger? I don't know why God is keep having us hone in on this anger message, but let's just figure it out. Angel number 123 with reflection. He wants us to do some type of reflection on our anger, and how comfortable we are dealing with our anger. So let me get some more information. I will read this card of anger one more time. All right, anger. This card represents an acknowledgement that anger is a natural part of life. It is okay to feel angry, but what can you do with the immersive amount of energy that comes with it? How can you transform anger into something helpful for yourself and others? Angel number 203. So if you've been angry this week, how have you transmuted through your anger? What have you done with your anger? For me, I know I have done some scripting. I have did some journaling. I did some yoga when I was angry. Some tapping, EFT tapping. I think I am starting to get a little bit more comfortable with my anger, if I'm asking myself that question. Angel number 235 for comfort. When comfort comes up in a reading, it signals that you may need to invite some more self-care and comfort into your life. A great way to do this is to nourish yourself in spirit or higher self. This can be something as simple as cleaning out your home and rearranging your space in order to invite in clear and comfortable energy. It can also mean taking the time to prepare yourself a meal that your body has been craving. Whatever it is, do it with ease and give your nervous system the gentle break that it needs. So angel number 310 with anger and comfort. How are you handling your anger? Again, he keeps coming back to that. I know that this week, I've just been like trying to be super nice to myself. Like, yesterday, like I was having a rough day. I really didn't do much work. Like, I just wasn't in the mood. I don't know. I was just in a very weird space. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm eating ice cream for dinner. And I did. I had an ice cream cone, and then wasn't able to put my sprinkles on it. So then I put a little cup on my side with my sprinkles. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to eat ice cream and sprinkles today. And that's just what the fuck I'm going to do, because that's going to make me feel better. I feel like what God is saying is that you can't, ignoring your anger, acting like it's not there, all it's going to do, angel number 4, is going to bring it back up later down the line. Something else is going to tip off, and sometimes it's going to be something small, and then you're going to blow up on somebody that doesn't even deserve it. So that's why God is saying you need to get comfortable with your anger and addressing it and acknowledge it and asking yourself, like, what is it trying to tell me? But I'm actually going to get some tarot for this. God, clarify this message of anger and comfort. Why do you want us to be comfortable with anger? Why is this anger so important? Anger gets shit done. Okay, so why do you want us to be comfortable with our anger? And if you don't know that, it's actually a saying from Star's American Gods. Anger gets shit done. And God is saying, don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to fuel your anger into your work. If that's what is, if sometimes if you mad at how the world is going, use that energy, fuel it into your work, or fuel it into something creative. Write. I feel like it's also necessary for you to write, pause, and reflect on it. Really need to look at what this anger is teaching you. And also, what's the other side of anger? What's the other side of anger? Is it happiness? What's the other side of anger? Is the other side of anger happiness? Angel number 530. Okay. So, for anger, the Three of Cups came out, and the Three of Cups came out reverse. I mean, the Three of Coins came out reverse. The Three of Coins, when I look at this and I see this as like you getting some type of instruction, or you getting insight. You getting insight from God, like being in a place to get information from God, or learning from some type of mentor or something. And I feel like what it coming out reversed is that your anger, maybe you're not even acknowledging like that's something that you want. Like maybe you're not acknowledging some things. You're not acknowledging your anger, and by you not acknowledging your anger, you also are not acknowledging what you want. Like you may be upset that you don't have a mentor. You may be upset that, or you may feel like you don't have the resources, or you don't have the connection with God, or that God let you down. But all that's doing is keeping you guys in this place of lack, keeping this resistance. But if only you would just accept, okay, I am angry with God. I do feel like God let me down. Now you guys can come to a better place of where you can learn, where you can grow, or whatever it is. You could be angry at your partner, and instead of it being a teachable moment because you won't talk to them about your anger, you guys are staying in this place of resistance. We have to realize us speaking in silence is a form of trauma. That's a trauma response. You know, being quiet when you really want to say something, when your feelings is really hurt, but you don't say anything, you are blocking not only your blessing, but the blessing for that other person. So God is saying, speak up so that you can learn the lesson that you need to learn, or that you need, address the anger or whatever it is, so that you can move on. Angel number 732. For comfort, the Two of Swords came out, and the reason why I feel like God is saying that the reason you not acknowledging your anger is not allowing you to have that lesson, or even to acknowledge that desire that you want. You're not seeing the truth of your situation. And that's really why you're not comfortable. Your denying of the anger is actually what's making you uncomfortable. Isn't that crazy? Like the denial of your emotions is what's making you so uncomfortable. And so that's why God is saying he needs you to like accept it, so that you can learn from it, so that you can learn what you want, learn what the anger is trying to teach you, so that you can see the truth. I really feel like what God is saying is that your lack of looking at your emotions, your lack of pushing down your anger, is stopping you from seeing your power. It's stopping you from seeing, it's actually keeping you in this infinite loop of confusion, of indecisiveness, of juggling the pros and cons. Versus if you just, look at this, 2 twos came out. So that's God saying you have the power. You're trying to be saved, but God is saying the power is really in you. You're trying to be saved. You want somebody to save you, but the power is really in you. If you look at your anger, it'll teach you the lesson that you need to move on. This 3 came out reversed with the 2 down here. So that's why God is saying you're in this place of limbo. You're juggling back and forth because you're refusing to look at your anger and what it's trying to tell you. Angel number 909. So let's look at our anger and see what it's trying to tell us. God, what tool can we use to... Why is understanding our anger so important, God? Why are you trying to... Angel number 935. Why is it so important for us to understand our feelings? That was the question I was going to ask. Whenever I am feeling good, I am attracting good. God said it, not me. When you think a thought of upliftment or abundance or well-being, you are filled with a feeling of positive emotion. You may trust that the way you feel as the indicator as to which side of the subject you are on, because there are really two subjects. Whether it is the subject of money or the lack of it, or health or the lack of it, or relationships or the lack of one, when you are feeling good, you are in a place of attracting wanted. Always when you feel good, you are in a place of attracting that what you are wanting. Angel number 1025. So that's why God is saying you need to sync with your emotions. You need to acknowledge it. And that's why God is saying it's not just about you pushing it down and just going to drink and then, oh, now I feel good. No, bitch, that's not acknowledging your emotions. That's not you really looking at it. Look at it. Look at what it's trying to teach you. So then you can move on. Then you can start feeling better from that point. Because the truth is, when you just acknowledge it, like when I be crying and I just be like, oh, I'm just so lonely. And then I start doing like, oh, I just want somebody that, I can go have a drink with after work. Like we just have this thing where we go to dinners, we try out different restaurants every week. I can depend on them. It's good company. It's good conversation. When you start playing that game of like talking about what you actually want, it makes you feel better, because not only are you acknowledging your pain and what you want, you're also telling God, this is what I want, so he can start to attract it in. Also, for you guys that you're having jobs that you don't want, God is saying you can earn a living doing what you want to do. You being angry or mad that you're not in the job that you want to be in, you sitting in that every single day is not going to attract the job that you want for you. You need to change your beliefs about what you believe is possible for your life. As you practice your more positive, better feeling story, in time, your pleasure will become the dominant vibration within you. And then as your pleasure double with your means of earning, the two will blend together to enhance each other. There is no better way to earn money to do things you love to do. Money can flow into your experience through endless avenues. It is not the choice of craft that limits the money that flows, but only the attitude towards the money. And so yesterday, I found myself in this place where I was just like, this week actually, where I'm just like, I am at my wit's end. Angel number 1234. I don't know how to get myself out of this, guy. I am tired of this job. I just like, even the smallest shit is irritating me. Like, that's how fucking irritated and angry I am. And I acknowledge it and I talked about it, and I'm like, I just don't get why I'm here. Like, I don't understand why I'm going through all of this. And then the next day I run into this girl, and she is talking about how she's looking for a job and like all of this stuff. And I was like, you know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go look for a job. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe God is saying like, I'm not doing it. Like maybe I'm keeping myself here because I'm not physically trying to go find a job. And so I look into places in Atlanta. I look for places around here in Detroit. And then I found something. I didn't go for an accounting job, but I did find something. And like I was in the midst of like, doing the application, but just like something was coming over me, like in my body. And I'm just like, I just don't feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. Like I know that I don't want this job, but I also know I'm not supposed to be looking for another job, because I don't want to work for nobody else. And I honestly and that's what it was. I literally just said out loud, God, I literally want to get paid to do what I'm doing for free. I want this to be my life. I admitted it, because for so long I kept being like, oh, I want a writing job, or oh, I want this, or oh, I want that. And the truth is, I just want somebody to fucking pay me to do what I'm doing now. And not even to pay me, give me the money so that I can set the structure so that I can do what I'm doing now, so that I can figure out how to earn a living doing what the fuck I love to do. Because the truth is, I'm never going to be happy working for nobody else. I'm never going to, no matter how it's dressed up. I am meant to be a leader. I am meant to stand on my fucking own. Angel number 1430. I don't want to answer to no fucking body. I want to answer. The only person I want to answer to is me and God. God, what we doing today? God, what's our projects? And as hard as it was for me to just swallow my pride and be like, you know what? You right, God. This situation is trying to teach me something. I may not know what the fuck you're trying to teach me. I may not get this lesson, but I'm going to stay here. I'm going to see it through. You got to have a baseline with God. And my baseline, it always come back to the book. And so lately, I kind of low-key got like this obsessive attitude with my book. It's like every fucking day I'm doing something for this book. I'm challenging myself to finish this book this year because I'm like, I don't want to be in this position anymore. And if you're holding me back because I'm not doing what you asked me to do, I'm going to do what you asked me to do. But the only reason why I was even able to get there is because I allowed myself to feel the frustration. I allowed myself to feel the emotions. Stop acting like your emotions aren't there. They're there for a reason. Listen to me, okay? I think I'm gonna leave it there. Let's give us a blessing. Actually, let's give us a fortune. God, what happens for us if we allow ourselves to feel our emotions, God? You see that? What happens to us? He said, oh my God, God is crazy. Oh my God. Angel number 1616. God says, if you will, I wonder what that is. God says, if you will, angel number 1628, stop and allow yourself to feel your emotions. God said you will experience wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Maybe I'm that older person. But God is trying to let you know that your anger, your emotions is going to give you that wisdom. It's going to give you that comfort. It's going to give you that the lesson that you need so that you can move on and that you can feel better now. The last fortune that God is saying is that love life, affairs of the heart could cause future problems, but take heart as difficult situations will resolve by a good decision this week. So what God is saying is that if you allow yourself to feel anger now, like say right now you may be feeling heartache, you may be feeling lonely, whether it's heartache with a relationship or heartache in a job. You can feel heartache in your job, especially us people who went to school, like we worked this fucking hard to end up in this goddamn career. Like it's hurtful. It's like, I swear, I keep thinking about that Kim. That's the best thing she ever said. I did not work this hard I didn't come this far just to come this far. We all have to take that attitude. We didn't fucking go to school, get these degrees, be fucking dodging these bill collectors to fucking be miserable in our daily life, to be in a job that we don't want to do. I don't even know how the fuck our parents did this shit. I don't know how they did this. Because it feels like, and I don't know if it's like a generational thing, but it really feels like I like my soul sometimes. It feels like, yeah, it's like it weighs on my soul. Like it just feels so that fucking heavy. And then yesterday when I was feeling it, like the frustration that I was feeling, I'm like, fuck. Thinking about my ancestors, like to never have your life be your own, like to always have people telling you what to do at all hours of the fucking day. And sometimes I feel like that's why maybe that's when it's like we have to we're reprogramming that part of us of like claiming our happiness, claiming that we can earn a living doing what we love, because we need to get this slavery shit off of us. Because that's how, I ain't gonna lie, like that's how it felt yesterday. I'm like, fuck, like I don't want to do this no more. Like this feels like slavery. Like this feels like a form of slavery. And I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. But I knew the solution to that was not to ignore it. And I knew the solution to that was not to try to apply for another fucking job, but to try to trust God and to look at the truth of my situation and to just keep doing what I can do to push myself forward and to make myself feel good. So that's why, angel number 1920, that's why I got up. I wasn't feeling it today, but I got up, I did these videos. I did a little bit of my outline and I shifted my attitude. And eventually I'm going to get where I need to go. And the same can be true for you. Okay? All right, y'all. That's all the messages I have for you. If it was beneficial, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe so that you will never miss out. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. See you soon, guys.